So I would actually start by saying that data localization is actually becoming global. More and more countries in the world is looking to have some localization of the data okay within their boundaries. But just stepping back in terms of your first statement that we need to finalize our data privacy regulations, I think at the outset I believe everybody knows that the data privacy regulations existing okay in India since 2011 under the information technology rules. And these rules are brief, but they are pretty comprehensive, especially when it comes to the handling of sensitive personal data. And these rules have actually tested time, right? We haven't seen a major havoc around the data protection and privacy over last, say about 10 years. And, when we are looking at a legislation which is more in terms of data protection, privacy, including data localization. So it's not a new phenomenon. Data localization is not a new phenomenon in India which is going to be seen or which is going to be seen in the new privacy bill. Data localization exists in India, but under various legislations and for various kind of industries. For example, the most kind of celebrated one or the most kind of noisy ones were the one which were introduced by RBI, and they have imposed very strict kind of penalties or some action against those companies which have not complied with the regulations. So you would find the traces of data localization in telecom laws also. In under RBI, under insurance laws, because some type of insurance data cannot be exported out of India. You would find the elements of data localization in SEBI law also. If there is a market sensitive data that cannot be exported out of India, you will in fact also find some elements of data localization in the cab aggregator guidelines, right? Like all the Olas, Uber, they also say that certain types of ride data cannot be stored outside of India. So this is not something which is going to be seen only in the proposed PDP bill, which would have a very wide impact on the industry. It exists. And the last but not the least, Aadhaar, right? So I believe that most of the industry players, I think, have gone to some maturity where I think they should have the capability of being ready to implement certain elements of data localization when it comes to a very widespread implementation of data localization. Similarly, those people who are supporting the industry, whether they are lawyers, whether they are IT consultants, whether they are your say architecture of cloud, they are also aware of how the data localization should be implemented. But I think the core issue of this talk is that why data localization when internet is global, internet is boundaryless? So why are we talking about data localization? Look, I think there are always geopolitical agendas. There are always nationalistic agenda. There are trade agenda, and as I said that localization is not local; it's a global. So it's a fact which we have to live with. Now, I think what the governments and the regulators need to really think about that how they are going to implement or how they're going to decide the nature and level of data localization. For example, there are three types of what I have experienced. There are three types of the data localization. One is a soft localization, which I would say that wherein you have to keep a copy of the data in India, but a similar copy can be kept outside of India for any purpose for which you have the consent from the users or which you can do under the law. The second other extreme is a hard data localization, which is say that this particular data has to be only kept in India and under no circumstances this can go outside of India. For example, Aadhaar, you'll say Aadhaar authentication kind of data. The third category, which I think would make more sense, going forward, would be a hybrid model, wherein certain type of data has to be kept in India, and it has to be very, very limited, which is very, very narrow for the purpose of real national interest. But for others, it can be exported outside of India for any any purpose of processing or data mining or intelligence, and then it can be brought back to India, like how RBI has specified that, for the purpose of data processing, you can take the financial, data outside of India for 24 hours. Whether that 24 hours makes sense or not, that's up to the industry. But I believe that a mix of the soft data localization, hard and hybrid, is something which each and every government has to uh, think through it. Now, which type of data localization will benefit, or would be in the benefit or not in the benefit of the people of India? Only time will tell, because the more we are expanding internationally, the more we are relying on internet, especially the new age technology of blockchain. Now imagine e-commerce or fintech. Now they are working on internet kind of architecture, and if they are shifting to a public kind of blockchain architecture, to what level you can really restrict a public blockchain, the data which is stored in a public blockchain, to be stored only in India or only in a particular country, that has to be seen. But I believe that the problems which most of the governments are stating, that why they need to really implement a data localization, because of geopolitical risk, because of nationalistic agenda, because of delay in law enforcement proceedings. Let's say if some crime has happened in UK, and Indian government want to have some sort of a data from the UK government or the UK agencies, and if they are not getting it in a timely manner, that's not good for the country, right? And also to promote the local data hosting service provider. I think these problem statements, whether data localization is the solve for this, or there are alternate solve for this, that has to be debated at a international level. For example, I don't think there can be any solve for a geopolitical risk. If you fear a particular country can use the data against the national local interest, I don't think any trade talk can really solve for it. So let's just keep it aside. Now, as far as access to data for investigation purpose, I think that's an easy solve, because it's a data sharing can happen instantaneously. There can be checks and balances could be built in. Some international treaties are being discussed, and some countries are signatory to the international treaty. India can also participate in that. That way, it will have easy access to the crime data in some other country. But India also has to share the crime data with the other countries in a very instantaneous way. So I believe that data localization is here to stay. I think it's good to debate, but I think going forward, this will be something which government would like to have some control. But if there are alternate ways and means to solve the problem of a particular data localization requirement, we should aim towards it. But something which is totally national interest, security, I don't think any government would make any compromise on that. So, and last but not the least, I think when data localization rules are being implemented, what we faced, what I personally faced, the problem was the clarity, right? Because when we talk about data, let's say when you talk about a financial data or a commerce data, there are multiple variants of the data, right? Now, for example, if a particular data is encrypted, if a hash value of a particular data is being processed or stored outside of India, should that be subject to a data localization? I don't know. If let's say hash values or encryption, the private encryption which cannot be opened by somebody or service provider outside of India, you don't want even encrypted data or a hash value to be stored. Whether that makes sense or not, I don't know. All these are the open questions. So some clarity, some very objective clarity, because it's not about lawyers or consultants who have to really comply with the data localization. It's your software engineers, it's your data scientists. They need to know which element of data cannot be stored outside of India. Do they need this data for some processing purpose? So unless and until the regulations are being written and clarified, which can be easily interpreted by a computer scientist or a computer engineer, I think the implementation is going to be a mess. There will always be a fight between the regulator and the company. So if you want to have data localization, just to summarize, have it, but make sure that you first exercise alternate ways and means to solve the problem. To the extent you are having data localization, think through hard data localization, soft hybrid model. If you still go to it, give the clarity in a way that a computer engineer can understand. Otherwise, Avimukht has to have a computer engineering degree to interpret and explain it to my computer engineer who helps us to architect the data in our companies. So that's where I will end.